Forget what you think you know about November 28th. This date isn't just another day on the calendar. It's a crossroads of discovery, liberation, tragedy, and groundbreaking change that literally shaped the world we live in. Speaking of shaping the world, November 28th also marks the birth of some truly influential figures. From the visionary poet and artist William Blake, born in 1757, whose work transcended his time, to the founder of Motown Records, Gordy Jr., who revolutionized music in 1929. And let's not forget the sharp wit of comedian and political commentator Jon Stewart, who joined the world in 1962. Quite a lineup, right? But the births are just the beginning. Let's dive into the monumental historical events that unfolded on this very day. We begin in the Age of Exploration. On November 28, 1520, after navigating the treacherous strait at the southern tip of South America, Portuguese explorer Ferdinand Magellan became the first European to sail into a vast, tranquil body of water. He named it the Mar Pacifico, or Pacific Ocean, because of its calm waters. This monumental discovery opened a new, incredibly long route to the East Indies, forever changing global geography. Fast forward to 1660, a pivotal year for scientific advancement. On November 28, a group of prominent natural philosophers and mathematicians met in London, formally founding what would become the Royal Society. Receiving its royal charter from King Charles II 2 years later, this esteemed institution swiftly established itself as a leading global center for scientific inquiry. It fostered an environment where figures like Isaac Newton would thrive, fundamentally altering modern science. Moving into the 19th century, November 28, 1821, witnessed a crucial moment in Latin American history. Panama declared its independence from Spain, joining the newly formed Gran Colombia, a federation led by Simón Bolívar. This act was part of a broader wave of independence movements sweeping across Spanish America. Its 1821 declaration marked a definitive step towards self-determination and national identity for the region. In a groundbreaking moment for gender equality, November 28, 1893, marked a world-first achievement. Following a hard-fought campaign, New Zealand became the first self-governing country in the world to grant all women the right to vote in parliamentary elections. This was a monumental leap forward for women's suffrage globally, setting a precedent that inspired similar movements worldwide and demonstrating true democratic principles. As empires crumbled in the early 20th century, November 28, 1912 saw another nation rise. In the midst of the First Balkan War, Albania declared its independence from the Ottoman Empire, ending nearly 500 years of Turkish rule. The declaration in Vlorë by Ismail Kemali, who became the country's first head of state, was a powerful assertion of Albanian national identity and a significant event in redrawing Southeast Europe's map. The tide of World War II was turning, and on November 28, 1943, a critical summit began in Tehran, Iran. This was the first time the Big Three Allied leaders, U.S. President Franklin D. Roosevelt, British Prime Minister Winston Churchill, and Soviet Premier Joseph Stalin, met in person. Over 4 days, they discussed crucial wartime strategies, including the coordinated invasion of Nazi-occupied France. They also addressed post-war plans, laying groundwork for the international order. Leaping into the space age, November 28, 1964 marked a colossal step for humanity's exploration of the cosmos. NASA launched Mariner 4, a robotic interplanetary probe on a mission to Mars. After a 7.5-month journey, it successfully flew past Mars in July 1965, sending back the first close-up images of another planet from deep space. These pictures revealed a cratered, moon-like surface, shattering earlier notions of Mars. Not all historical events are triumphs. Some are profound tragedies. On November 28, 1979, Air New Zealand Flight 901, a DC-10 sightseeing flight to Antarctica, crashed into Mount Erebus on Ross Island, killing all 257 people on board. The disaster was attributed to a change in flight path coordinates unknown to the crew and a phenomenon called sector whiteout. This remains the deadliest air disaster in New Zealand's history. In modern political history, November 28, 1990 brought an end to an era. Margaret Thatcher, Britain's first female prime minister, resigned after more than 11 years in office. Her resignation followed a leadership challenge within her Conservative Party, fueled by dissatisfaction over her policies, notably the controversial poll tax. She fundamentally reshaped British economy and society, leaving a complex and enduring legacy. Finally, in a landmark decision impacting global ethical and legal debates, November 28, 2000 saw the Netherlands become the first country in the world to officially legalize euthanasia. The Dutch parliament approved a bill making physician-assisted suicide legal for terminally ill patients experiencing unbearable suffering, provided stringent safeguards were met. This pioneering legislation ignited discussions worldwide on individual autonomy and end-of-life care. And there you have it, 10 incredible moments that etched November 28th into the annals of history. If you found this journey through time fascinating, hit that subscribe button now.